Hello. Okay, so I'm going to do a video response to Bulletberry. I'm giving credit there. About how YouTube's quality has gotten worse, in his opinion. So we'll just kind of go over this, and then I'll stop when I have something to say. All right. So with drama, yeah. I mean, most of the time, it's it's kind of retarded. So I understand that completely. And with the whole memes, um, well, I mean, I understand they can get excessive, but that doesn't mean they're not entertaining. I mean, there's a reason why people make those videos and that they become successful. It's not just because, YouTube just pushes them into people's faces. It's like they have to choose to click on them and watch them to begin with. It's not like they're forced to watch them, so I don't really get that completely. Actually, hold on, I was gonna. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention clickbait. Yeah, in fact, I have no disagreement there. Actually, I mean, clickbait. Just fucking put. You can make the title of your video appealing to your audience without, exaggerating or lying or misrepresenting what's actually in the video. So I completely agree with that.
Channels started losing monetization out of nowhere when really good channels in regard to effort per video started to get pushed back below crappy, easy to make content. Now, this isn't new. YouTube has always been dominated by the vloggers and gaming channels. Content that doesn't necessarily have to be anything more than a little entertaining, and this is how it's always been on here. Or has it?
Um, you know, I'm not really sure. I mean, yeah, it could be dominated by that content, but that doesn't necessarily mean that, like, it's, the let's see, like well respected or um content that people will want to watch consistently, right? So the way that it works with your audience, you produce content that they enjoy and that you enjoy making or can make as frequent as they want to watch it, right? So with vlogging and stuff, so if you can somehow make that entertaining, right? um if you have an interesting life, I suppose, you can make it entertaining. Then fine. And then you could put up that content way more frequent than maybe somebody like, I don't know, Greenham Gaming. He actually puts a lot of editing, a lot of research, a lot of not really effects, but just passion into his videos. So that translates to, well, taking more time. But you have to take into account that, some people have different standards for what their content wants to, for what their content wants to be perceived by their audience. So they will, if they started a channel to do vlogging and just whatever, just gameplay, let's plays, or stuff that doesn't really take much effort to produce, but you can produce it, consistently. So You know, that's kind of hard thing to do. Like you can't do um, high quality videos, you know, consistently and at that frequency. Like, yeah, that frequently. It's just not really possible. I mean, unless you're just some, you're just, you know, kind of a highly productive person that can consist. You know, it's just hard. You know, it's a personal thing.
I remember a time on YouTube where people who put effort into their content were the ones on top. Those who made funny skits like Shane Dawson.
Okay. Uh. Yeah, I don't know how really funny that was, but that's, you know, personal preference.
Tobuscus, Julian Smith, Owen Rogers. I mean, for the love of God.
And well, I did see Tobuscus a little bit. He's okay, actually. You know, I think he made pretty good content for the most part.
Who remembers Fred? Now,
Fred, oh boy. I mean, that was back when like Ray William Johnson was a thing. So, or equals 3, yeah. I kind of despise Fred, to be honest. You know, I'm glad that he got shut down pretty hard in the end, because it's just like maybe he did try to do some original things, but the whole basis of his videos were just dumb or stupid, or they weren't actually that original, and they didn't require really as much effort as you might think they do.
I never really watched Fred's content, but he was once the most popular YouTuber on this site. Every video he made, he had to think about. He had to write it, script it, act it. For a while, this was the kind of content that YouTubers fought to make.
Okay, I mean, you have to think about any video you do, and well, you don't have to, you know, write a script or edit every single video, but you know, you'll have to do some type of effects or post processing to it. So I mean, a lot of that's just vague, and just kind of every YouTuber should be really doing that to begin with. So I don't really see how him doing that makes him any better, maybe.
How can I be more clever than the next guy? What can make me stand out? It was a battle of wits, personality, and creative content. After a time, Smosh took position of most sub-channel, but then the algorithm changed. PewDiePie quickly rose to the top of the charts, and today you can still see the trend.
Now, see, I don't know if you agree with Smosh being on top, or being popular, but if you do, then, you know, he, in my opinion, you know, didn't really make much good content. I mean, I think from what I can remember, a lot of it was just like maybe immature content, like, or maybe just for kids, for preteens, teens, maybe kind of humor. So a lot of it really wasn't that clever.
I want you to go to your favorite YouTuber who plays up the gaming channel or vlogger and look at the difference in numbers, in views and subscribers. The difference is astounding. Now, this shouldn't be news to anyone.
Yeah, it isn't. And I do agree with that. Because, you know, I'm subscribed to various political channels, and I've noticed that, yeah, they get affected differently. You know, like Drunken Uncle and Sargon of Akkad and Armored Skeptic, and even, you know, TJ, you know, whatever. Just a few people I listen to. Don't necessarily agree with everything they say, but they are non-gaming, non-vlogging channels. So, yeah, I can agree with that.
We've known how the algorithm works and how easy it is to abuse. Just in case you're curious, all you'd have to do to abuse the system is try to upload every day. Try to upload videos over 10 minutes long. Try to make videos about controversial things or fads that are currently popular. If you can't do that, then start a gaming or vlog channel. Very easy.
this part I can mostly agree with, actually, because the only exception being that, if you can make controversial content and still be successful on YouTube. It's just not impossible, but yeah, the odds are becoming even more and more against you. So that part I can understand. But at the same time, though, with gaming content, it's becoming saturated. Like it's not like, yeah, oh, just upload a bunch of gaming stuff and hey, you'll be successful. No. I mean, you have to have some sort of style, or you have to have some sort of niche, or what's the other word? Something like a hook. Yeah, bring someone in.
You seem salty. Why do you care so much? Well, here's why. We live in a time where YouTube is a very viable job if people like what you're doing. I think often about YouTube being my sole occupation, but I want you to imagine a job where you put in more effort than all of your coworkers and it pays off more for them. Yeah, life isn't.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna say life isn't fair, but I mean, that's just how it is everywhere. I mean, because you're not necessarily rewarded by all the good things you do at various jobs. You'll be like your boss. Whether it's right or wrong, will focus on the things that you fuck up. Or that you don't do as well as somebody else. So, and how consistently that you can, be a good employee, right? So you could be high, have high productivity in your job 1 week, and then the next week it'd be lower and lower. They're looking for someone that's consistently good, but there's still people that they just don't see or focus on as much, and they end up getting the better treatment. I mean, it's just not something that you can completely control.
Fair, get over it, Barry. This is the reality. I can accept that. I get that this is just how life is, but I think back ever so fondly to how YouTube used to be, and I'm sad to think that I missed it. I would have killed to have been on YouTube at a time where everyone was trying to come up with the highest quality, challenging each other for the most entertaining videos, which at the time happened to be skits. Not that skits are my thing, otherwise I'd be doing that, but I hope you get what I mean.
Yeah, I do get what you mean. But the problem, with thinking that hey, if I just started sooner, then I would have been better off. You can't. You can't really think that way. I mean, if you get a job somewhere, and you work there for years and years, and then then you get a job working somewhere else, and you're like, damn, I wish I was working here the whole time. That's kind of like what you're saying. It's just, you just don't work that way. Like, you just take what you can get at the time and do what you can do, and then when you make that decision to move somewhere else, or you move to YouTube, then that was your decision to start doing that. So and as far as skits being, skits, I would say that they're mostly that's mostly correct.
YouTube has become a cesspool of no effort content, and it's hard to find channels that don't.
Okay, look. It's always kind of been that way. It's just kind of how you look up your content, or how you rely on getting your content, right? So it's kind of always been that way. I mean, you're always gonna have lazy people, and that's never gonna change. It's not like back in the day YouTube was so good. Like, honestly, I think the quality is just about the same. It's just that maybe you get worse content pushed onto you more, but that doesn't mean that the overall content has really changed. It just means what you're seeing is about, what you're seeing is worse. Yeah.
by. Barry, stop. You're wrong. YouTube does promote high-quality content. They also try to stop the controversial content and drama. Have you read the terms and conditions? Yeah, that. Let's talk about that actually. As I said, if you're a YouTuber who's decided to abuse the system, one way you can do this is by making content designed around riding on the backs of popular YouTubers through drama. One thing.
Yeah, this is one thing that I can agree. Another thing, this is not a video to completely like debunk Bullet Berry. It's just a video where, hey, I'm just gonna maybe tweak a little bit of what he's saying into what my perspective is on it. But yeah, I mean, it's fucked up. I mean, because you're all you're doing is just nitpicking at somebody, and then turning that into your own content, which is just in itself is such a minuscule thing that, and a lot of times they don't put much effort into it to begin with, so it's just not really a good thing to do. But technically, they can do it.
You might expect is your content to be demonetized. See, YouTube does not like videos containing things like sexually suggestive content, violence, bad language, drugs, and controversial subjects and events. So then, here's what you're left with. Channels grow when they abuse the very system that YouTube makes easy to abuse. You're screwed over by YouTube as you do it, but then after your channel's at a decent size, you're all set. Just look at channels like Rating Andre or Leafy is here. Yeah, Leafy started out with story videos, but he didn't really take off until he turned into a drama channel. Everyone loves drama, and the drama itself isn't bad. But most people look upon Leafy's channel as crappy content. It's easy to make, low quality, repetitive. It's like trees in a field. You see one, you see them all, and yet it's promoted over quality. Now, before I wrap up, I do need to say that quality is subjective, and everyone is different. I'm not trying to diss on anyone's channel, I'm just giving examples based solely on my personal opinions and the way I'm seeing things. I also understand how this video may look. Wah! I'm sad because I don't have the views. I put in more work than everyone. Why don't I have the subscribers? And this is also not the case. YouTube used to be my getaway. I got in every night to watch literally anybody. I know this seems weird, but there was a time on YouTube where I could click any recommended video and it was rarely awful.
Okay. One thing I should say about this is, hey, I think it just varies. I mean, if you find yourself clicking on that bad content, then, it might suggest it's just that everyone has different viewing habits. So these algorithm, fuck, I can't say that word. These algorithms, whatever, I don't care if I said that wrong, but they're not going to cater to every single person. So, personally for me, most of the recommended videos are pretty good. I mean, but I don't normally watch recommended content. I normally just watch my subscribers, and then I may subscribe to additional channels through recommended videos, but not as often.
This was because YouTube recommended high quality videos at the time. Nowadays I spend hours sifting through ignorant vlogs from moronic people. Stupid repetitive memes that compile even more memes into them as certain events happen, and small clickbaiting channels calling out larger YouTubers for the dumbest stuff so that they can get a sub boost. Oh, and this idiot trying to tell people that the Blue Yeti is garbage.
It is garbage. I'm just kidding. No, it's not garbage. But one thing I will say about that is that, you can get comparative performance with the cheaper microphone, and I will prove that sooner than later.
As all I'm trying to do is look for some quality content, just to get discouraged and rewatch videos from JonTron or one of the Clicks Phillip channels. I know my taste is different, but I also know there are people out there who are probably feeling the same way. And if you're a YouTuber who strives to put the most into all of your videos, a huge kudos to you. Even if you never make it in, you still contribute more to this site than a lot of YouTubers have in years. I almost wonder sometimes if I'm missing something. Like, there's something that I don't know, and all that content I want, I could have. Or maybe these new generation content creators should just pick up a book every now and then. You know, now that I think about it, what's YouTube like lately?
Yeah. That last part, I don't know, it's a little weird to me. I mean, it's just, you gotta, you kind of have to understand that, there's always gonna be, like, these people have not gone away, they've always been there. But the way that these, YouTube's organized and, you know, put through the process of giving you these recommended videos, of course, different people could have different opinions on whether it's better or worse. But my opinion, I think that people haven't changed much. They're going to be uploading just about the same quality, the same like level of quality of content. It's just more of it, and then people kind of adjust based on what people will click on and actually watch. So you kind of have to take blame away from the content creators and kind of blame the audience a little bit more, man. Peace out.